All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Akakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. This is going to be a quick video on this particular video that I found here, man, through some things that Yahweh led me to see, man. Right, I saw one thing of Sakari that Sakari did on this Edomite demon in the top left, who, look at the name that he gave himself on this channel, on his own channel 5 months ago, man. Look at what it says underneath his name. It says King Esau. So they try and mock and be funny, right? But really, they're professing it with their own tongue who they are, man. Even though they'll try and think they're doing it in some funny, sarcastic way, they really let it be known who they are. But this woman on the middle, in the top line, right, the one in the center. So you've got the woman on the right, you've got the guy that's called King Esau, called himself King Esau on the left, and you've got the woman at the top that's in between the two of them. She says that she says that Queen Elizabeth is part of the lineage of King David. That's what you're gonna hear her say, man, right? Because she's going around claiming that Caucasian people, every single Caucasian, is the Israelites. When we already know that a sign that somebody is an Israelite is that they believe in God. But and this guy asked her, this channel asked her here in the bottom left, called Biblical Rumble Room. He said to her, "Are you saying that every single Caucasian person is an Israelite?" And then she went on to say yes, just to say no, and then to not really want to give an answer. And then the guy called the King Esau then started bucking up, getting hype, because he realized that the doctrine and the lies was getting cut, right? And then started saying, how about you prove how the difference between a person that's an Israelite that's black and the difference between a person that's black and isn't an Israelite, which we can do that with the Bible as Israelites. We can do that. But the thing is, he's asking this Edomite woman, because that's what she really is. He's asking her how she would prove the difference, or if she's saying that every single Caucasian then that's on the earth is a Israelite, which is a very carnal way to try and explain things anyway. But let me play this. Let me play it.
God said that David would always have a man on the throne. I think when God said forever, I don't think he meant forever, except whenever you don't have a king. That's not how God works. When he says forever, he means forever. God said that David would always have a man on the throne. You're saying that there isn't any black version of that today because of whatever XYZ reason. I'm saying that there actually is a white person on a throne right now who is of the line of Judah.
Okay, who is that?
Now, her saying that, let's say that Queen Elizabeth was part of the line of Judah, right? That's not what the specific prophecy was talking about regarding King David anyway. The prophecy that Yahweh made with King David wasn't with the line of Judah. It was with King David, meaning that every single person that was going to be a king from the line of Judah, right, was going to be a son and an actual particular member of the family of David. Because David's not every single Judite. The line of David is not every single person from the tribe of Judah. So this woman doesn't know what she's talking about. But let me carry on playing.
Queen Elizabeth.
You know what? I'm going to play it unedited, man, because she's saying that Queen Elizabeth is part of the lineage of King David, or he's part of the lineage of Judah, when it's obvious that these people ain't about the Bible, man. This so-called royal family over here in the UK ain't about no royal family, man. Ain't about the Bible, I mean. They ain't about the Bible. But let me play this.
Whenever you don't have a king. That's not how God works. When he says forever, he means forever. God said that David would always have a man on the throne. You're saying that there isn't any black version of that today because of whatever XYZ reason. I'm saying that there actually is a white person on a throne right now who is of the line of...
And the being on the throne wasn't a thing that was supposed to be being on the throne over here in the UK, right? It was a thing of being on the throne in Israel. So what's she talking about, man? How she and the lineage, the people of the lineage would have been men. So she's trying to say that Queen Elizabeth is the person on the throne, but it was a man. It was always going to be with men. The prophecy was with sons, not with daughters. But let me play it again unedited, man. So lucky, I keep jumping in. Let me play it again.
whenever you don't have a king. That's not how God works. When he says forever, he means forever. God said that David would always have a man on the throne. You're saying that...
See, she even said it herself. So lucky, I jumped in again. She even said it again. She said God said that David was always going to have a man on the throne. He's Queen Elizabeth. He's Queen Elizabeth, a man. Queen Elizabeth, a man. Is a queen a man? Or is it a woman? Let me go back again. Like, these Edomites are like so liars. Such liars that they're prepared to try and pretend as though they really believe that they're the Israelites now. And that every single Caucasian person in the world is an Israelite. But then how comes they're not receiving curses for worshipping the devil? How comes they're not under the curses for all the sins that they're doing? How comes it's actual so-called Caucasian people that are making the mark that's mentioned in the book of Revelation? Is Neuralink not the mark that gets put in your head? How comes it's them that actually make the mark that's mentioned in the book of Revelation? How comes they're always ruling with the sword? And how comes they've got nuclear weapons and all of this? Doesn't the Bible say that the Israelites' weapons of warfare is not carnal? How you can't get more carnal than a weapon that can destroy a whole country. You can't get more carnal than that. You can't get more carnal than a weapon that you can shoot from one end of the earth all the way to the other. And when it lands, people literally will get turned into ashes. You can't get more carnal than that. That sounds like something an Edomite would do to me, living by the sword and being about weapons. Doesn't America have like billions worth of guns? Isn't that what America's did? Bought 700 billion worth of weapons and tanks and armory. Why would Israelites be doing that if they're the Israelites that she's trying to claim? Let me carry on.
Whenever you don't have a king. That's not how God works. When he says forever, he means forever. God said that David would always have a man on the throne. You're saying that there isn't any black version of that today because of whatever XYZ reason. I'm saying that there actually is a white person on a throne right now who is of the line of Judah.
Okay, who is that?
Queen Elizabeth, in fact, and the lineage of Queen Elizabeth can be established through two different lines directly to Joseph of Arimathea. Jesus.
How can one person have two different lines? Each human being has one lineage. Like, you see, like, I'm gonna watch this whole video anyway, right? Because I got it set up on another device, and I'm gonna watch this video, the whole thing anyway, because I want to hear what she says, right? But these people are they're just liars, man, right? And they're prepared to say whatever they need to say in order for us not to be the Israelites. And them saying that every single Caucasian person is an Israelite is ridiculous, because there's so-called black people, right, that have children that look Caucasian. And there's people that are on this world that have descendants that their great-grandfather or their grandfather is a so-called black person, but they themselves look Caucasian. So is that person an Israelite according to their belief? We would say that that person's an Israelite according to our belief, but they're saying that every person that's Caucasian is an Israelite. But then there's a person, if a Chinese person, a Chinese man starts having children with Caucasian women, and after time that child then looks white, but the father's side has always been a Chinese man. According to her belief, is that person an Israelite? Just because they look like a Caucasian? That these people are ridiculous, man. And she actually had the nerve to say that Queen Elizabeth is of the lineage of David. She actually got the nerve to say that, which is ridiculous. Let's hear it again.
Okay, who is that?
Queen Elizabeth, in fact.
You know, let me go back a bit. Like, these people, and you notice that she's hiding herself. She ain't showing. All the other Edomites there are showing their face, but she ain't showing hers when she says this stuff, because she's probably got a smirk on her face, man. Because she knows that she's chatting shit. She knows that she is. But she's like, man, maybe they'll buy it, maybe they'll believe it. And he asked her certain questions, and she wouldn't answer. And brothers can watch this thing, like this main particular topic of conversation started from 1 hour and 14 minutes in roughly, but you can watch the whole thing if you want to. I just started from 1 minute and 14 seconds because I heard something from this bit before. But let's play it again.
Whenever you don't have a king. That's not how God works. When he says forever, he means forever. God said that David would always have a man on the throne. You're saying that there isn't any black version of that today because of whatever XYZ reason. I'm saying that there actually is a white person on a throne right now who is of the line of Judah.
Okay, who is that?
Queen Elizabeth, in fact, and the lineage.
Absolute madness, man. And I'll let it run a bit more so that people can hear what other BS she has to say. But to say that Queen Elizabeth is part of the line of David is a complete joke, man. That's ridiculous.
Of Queen Elizabeth can be established through two different lines directly to Joseph of Arimathea, Jesus' uncle.
Okay, but Dana,
into the chat, we can put a little picture of it up there.
Okay, let's grant it temporarily. Let's grant it temporarily. I think that's totally false, but let's grant it. Let's entertain that idea.
Well, you have nothing there. You're just saying that God didn't mean that. That God didn't mean what he said.
Let's grant it. Let's say that she is for the moment. Okay, she is not in Israel, isn't she?
Exactly what I just said. I didn't even know he was going to say that, but exactly, she's not in Israel. So what is she like? I'm gonna carry on watching the rest of this, man. And if there's something that pops up in it, I'm gonna make another lesson, Lord will, against this, man. But these Edomites are all over the place secretly, like trying to set up certain channels and stuff like that, and try and jump on our belief, and then apply it to themselves. And you'll notice that all of these Edomites that are around ain't got a problem with her saying that she's the Israelites, and that salvation's for just her. They ain't got a problem with that. They've only got a problem when we say it. And that's